So, I'm going through some military articles and I find this very strange and kind of concerning. So, apparently, we are training for subterranean warfare. They're training our Marines, Army, and whatnot how to fight underground in tunnels, and not just like caves. These are like 3,000 meters down or something. Obviously, we in the conspiracy world know about these tunnels, these dumbs, but what some of these articles say are kind of cryptic, and I've asked around and haven't gotten real good answers. I've gotten answers that make me a little more concerned. Why are we doing this? Let's look at the articles. So this is the Military Times, and it's talking about subterranean battlefield warfare is going underground into dark, tight spaces in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. It's darkness like you've never seen. The air you breathe could kill you in moments. All of your fire support, air, armor, artillery is useless. The walls and ceilings could collapse. Communications will fail. A wrong turn leaves you utterly alone. What in the world? Going underground in dark, tight spaces can trigger feelings of hopelessness. Even the most experienced troops, it is the most primitive and close combat a fighter may face. You think you've been in a dark environment? A former special operations soldier turned trainer? Wait until you go deep underground facility and the power's cut. That's scary. Welcome to subterranean. What? It's now happening in Syria. Iraqi forces forced it in Mosul, Russia, China, North Korea, Iran. Okay, let's get down here. And then, as with the guerrilla fighters in Vietnam, see, this makes me think it's connected with Venezuela, which I do know there are tunnels in there, but this, wait, let's get to this. They've gone underground to match our overmatch. What? I don't get that. So does that actually mean that you're not overmatching them? I think it starts with likelihood of warfare in city. What city? What city? Almost all future documents predict an urban environment wave. Why? Why can't we just all get along? No, let's get to the scary part. So, I've read this part over and over and over because I don't understand why they wrote it like this. It's a pretty long article. Let me see. I was skeptical coming in. Oh, no, this isn't it. If they tell me the stairway is not stopping, that tells me I have to call back. So they go into a lot of stuff, but that's not what I'm looking for. See, they're training in 29 Palms right here. Where is it? This article is super long. It's like they don't want you to read the whole thing. Oh, wait. My gracious. Oh, the big picture right here. The underground threat has been growing, trending among U.S. adversaries for at least the past 2 decades. And as Richmond Bach noted, the underground space is drawing closer to civilians. Combat alone is an unnatural experience, and each terrain offers its own versions of hell. From blasting desert sandstorms to freezing Arctic mountains to creeping jungles that conceal threats. But underground fighting is something special. It breaks everything we train, Spencer says. research reveals deeper realities. The unknown factor, I just don't... Why did they write it like this? It's like they're trying to do some type of disclosure without actually doing disclosure. So, the tech it takes to fight subterranean. It's as close to the same... I mean, there's a bunch of articles, and they all just came out. This tells you what all you need in these type of environments. There's another one though. It's so very, very strange. 10 things soldiers and Marines would need underground. I just don't... Ground penetrating radar, a widely used device in other fields. I really don't know what to think of this, because we all know that not we all, but I'm going to show you all the tunnels that we have here. So here's one of the unclassified maps that we have of the tunnels on the west coast. Here's some other ones. These aren't as descriptive. They show a lot mainly on the west coast, but they've definitely built some everywhere. They use tunneling equipment like this. And let's look at, so these are some of the articles. The U.S. military's next super weapon, tactical tunnels. Tunnel warfare will test Air Force ability to spy and bomb and hidden enemies. This is the one I was looking at earlier, the subterranean battlefield warfare going underground. And one of the other ones I was looking at, what you need to go underground. This is crazy. And so some pictures of them actually training underground. I have a few of those. They obviously need night vision and things like that. And here's the thing. Anytime they make this stuff public, we know they've been doing this for years and decades. That's just kind of a given if you don't already know that. So apparently there's this Project Underminer that DARPA just got $11 million for infrastructure and training. Here's the DARPA actual FBO tracker where they got the money for that. Here's some of the unclassified documents from back in the 70s of when they started doing these tunnelings and how they would tunnel, what the equipment would do. What does it say? 1972. So the patents and everything, and how it would melt the ground and then whatever it does. I mean, these have been going on for definitely decades, for sure. We all know about the Nevada stuff, so I'm not even focusing on that. But these things are huge. I mean, absolutely just like gigantic. But what are they for? I mean, we can all make conspiracies and stuff, but like, what are they really for? Why so much infrastructure? I mean, I know Russia has a lot of like bunkers that they're preparing if anything were to happen, they'd be able to house. Look how big this is. That's a person right there. So just imagine how big that is. But they have bunkers and stuff to where they would take care of their people if anything were to happen. Not so much us. It's just these tunnels. That's one of the boring tunnel, whatever they're called. Sorry, my mind just went out. And what is all this about? I heard I read where they were getting like millions of gallons out of Lake Michigan or whatever. And then there's an actual ship underground. We all know about this one. You know, that, whatever. Why is there a ship underground? What is this, Noah's Ark? I mean, what's going on? Seriously. Then we had this article like last year in August. The Army thinks its next fight underground, DARPA's solution. And then creating Space Force is top priority, but officials at the Pentagon have expressed more fighting underground environments. But look at this, and DARPA is getting ready to launch 3 competitions to find a new kind of technology that will spare humans from the dangers of subterranean spaces. What does that even mean? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Y'all tell me what you think, because it's very strange. Like, share, subscribe.